Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Malikah. I'm so happy you decided to tune in. This channel is all about traveling more and living abroad as an expat. So if you're new here, which you probably are because it's a new channel, this is my second experience as an expat. I lived in Milan, Italy, and I just recently moved with my husband to Beirut, Lebanon a few months ago. So far it has been amazing and I can't wait to explore more of our new city, but right now I'm mostly focused on getting our home together. So what that really means is I'm basically smack in the middle of the two worst parts of moving, the packing and the unpacking. And it's insane. Moving is almost always terrible, like it's just never pleasant or easy, but moving to a new country is a totally different beast. So if you're thinking about moving abroad, or starting the process, I hope these tips help make it a little bit easier. So keep watching for Keep It versus Toss It, Moving Abroad Edition. This is going to help you organize what you should and should not do, or should and should not bring before you leave the country. And first things first, if you're trying to decide what to keep versus what to take, start by researching the place you're moving to. A lot of countries have a list of banned or restricted items, and also your moving company may not be allowed to ship items or may have their own restrictions, so keep all of that in mind as you're starting the process. And you should also think about the value of the item versus how much space it will take up in your shipment and then also in your new home, because you might be downsizing or moving to a smaller apartment. If you're planning to downsize, start getting rid of your stuff as soon as possible. Like, don't wait till the last minute, because that's how you get overwhelmed and stress the fuck out. You might also realize the cost of replacing an item in your new country is more cost effective than packing, moving, dealing with the space and the weight. So do your research, but let's dive right in. So first of all, and this is hard, it's gonna sound tough, I say get rid of anything that is sentimental or irreplaceable. Yes, it might have deep emotional value and remind you of your home, but imagine how devastated you would be if it got destroyed in the shipping process, lost in customs, or if you had to have some kind of emergency evacuation in your new country and you had to leave it behind. So I don't mean throw away things that you love or have sentimental value, but leave them at home with friends or family, like somewhere that they will be safe. Do not bring them with you because you don't want to risk losing them. You can definitely get rid of your appliances and electronics. They probably won't work on the voltage in your country and they're just not worth the hassle. Sell what you can before you move and just pick up replacements when you get settled in your new home. Definitely get rid of things like basic toiletries, like drugstore deodorant, body lotion, soap. They have Dove everywhere, okay? They have Dove everywhere. And those things can always be replaced, so you don't need to hoard any of them. But keep your specialty products and hard to find stuff, things from your favorite brands that maybe don't distribute internationally, or that you need for very specific skin or beauty concern. So I definitely have a stash of natural hair products and like my favorites like TJ conditioner, Eco Styler gel, my wig products, all my wig stuff, because that's hard to find. But I can always pick up like basic body lotion pretty much anywhere. Definitely keep some of your practical functional clothes like a good rain jacket, boots, classic cocktail dress and attire, especially if you get like a last minute invite. And if you're into outdoorsy stuff like hiking or camping, keep the clothes that you would need for that, because that kind of stuff is pretty expensive to replace and it might be worth it to just bring it with you than try to find replacements in a foreign country, especially if that's like a hobby you do a lot. But definitely toss any clothes that are overly trendy or like just don't fit you. And I know all of us girls, we all have like skinny clothes, like the dress or jeans you want to get back into one day, but if you're leaving the country, it's time to let it go. And also remember, trends change quickly and they don't always spread globally. So what might be hot in the US right now might look really ridiculous in the place that you're going to live. You can always shop later after you get settled and buy pieces that make sense for your new home and your new lifestyle, but for now just ditch the old trends and stick to classics. And if you're holding on to shoes that you know you can't walk in, I know you probably are, let them go as well. Just let them go. If you can't walk on them, do not pack them. You should also keep some of your important documents and pack them securely in a fireproof, waterproof case. I'm linking the one I have in the description box below. This is the best way to keep those kind of vital records safe. Most of your important records should be kept like digital copies in cloud storage like Dropbox or Google Drive, but sometimes you need originals of things like for your visa or employment, so keep those with you in the fireproof case. And make sure you have cash, obviously, but also have a backup plan in case you get robbed or your card gets hacked or you lose your wallet. Like, I'm sure we've all had to suddenly get a replacement debit or credit card because of a fraud alert or like a hack or something. And again, that's no big deal in the US, you can get it overnighted, but if you're living abroad, it can kind of be a pretty tough thing to get and can take a few weeks, so have a plan B. So traveler checks might sound ridiculous, like what is this, 1985? But they can actually come in handy if you find yourself stranded with no cash or debit card and can't get into your bank account. I'm also a fan of like prepaid Visa or MasterCard gift cards, because you can just like have a small amount of money on them and they're not attached to your personal accounts. So even if they get stolen or hacked, it's not really gonna come back to hurt you. And the last thing to leave behind is your anxiety. There'll be plenty of things to stress out about, I promise you, but you can't let your worry and anxiety take over. Moving abroad is probably one of the most exciting times in your life, so what's coming on the road ahead, uncertainty included, should be celebrated and enjoyed in every moment that you can. I was really nervous about what life in Beirut would be like, considering everything that happened in the country between COVID, the explosion, the economic and political situation. But if I would have absorbed all that negativity, I would have come here and probably had a very different experience, because I have to say that I have been so pleasantly surprised by our lives here. And it's nothing like what you see on the news, at least not for me as an expat. So I will be sharing more about my life in Beirut, day-to-day, vlogs, things like that. And then of course, like more of a sit-down chit-chat video about what it's like living here as an expat and what I've learned and experienced. But I have to say it's been such a wonderful journey, and I'm just so happy with the decision that we made. So please continue to watch, subscribe to this channel to learn more about that. If you have questions about moving abroad, organizing, packing, unpacking, costs, all that kind of stuff, leave them in the comments. Also, if you have suggestions for more videos, this is a new channel, so I'm just kind of making it up as I go, but if there are things that you want to see, that you want to learn more about, definitely leave requests below in the comments, or you can DM me on Instagram. I use @whereismalika. And thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share, and I will catch you in the next video.